fantastic session by Kunal, if a slightly bleak outlook. Doesn't have to be. But let's pivot for a second. Everybody, okay, I want you all to do me a favor. Can everybody just raise one hand? I'm going to ask you all one question. Everybody just raise one hand. Everybody. Awesome. Thank you. Anybody who thinks taking AI into production is, no, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. I didn't say put your hands down. Anybody who thinks taking AI into production in their organization is either cheap, easy, or can be done very, very quickly, put your hand down. Okay. So a fair number of you think that taking AI into production is cheap or easy or can be done really quickly. Okay, good to know. I admire the confidence. If that's the case, then, and if AI is that easy to take into production, you guys can put your hands down. Thank you. Just out of curiosity, what percentage of projects that organizations try to put into production, AI projects, what percentage of them do you think fail? Anybody? 80%, 80, 90%? Anybody else? Any other guesses? Okay. So it's about 70%. And why do you think they fail? Any guesses? Shout your answers out. I heard cost, I heard complexity. What else? Correct. Poor production data. Complexity, right? So the problem is time complexity. Taking your AI into production, typically even a fairly straightforward use case, 3 to 6 months, right? Cost overruns. People grossly underestimate how much putting their AI into production will cost. How many of you have used either a platform like SageMaker or Bedrock or AI Studio, Vertex, any one of these? We had a client who actually allocated about $10,000 on one of these platforms for his data science teams to take a model into production, test it for about 3 months. They had allocated about $2,500 to $3,000 a month for a period of 3 months, right? How long do you think before they blew through that $10,000 on one of these platforms? Sorry? 1 day. They blew through $10,000, 8.8 lakhs at today's exchange rate in a single day, right? People grossly underestimate the cost overruns that are associated with taking AI into production and then to keeping it into production, right? There's a skill gap as well, which ties in a little bit to time complexity also, right? And finally, the infrastructure today that a lot of people are using to deploy their AI tends to be rigid, it tends to be siloed, it tends to be opaque and not very easy to use. So, right? Today, enterprises want something that's easy to use, built on the best of breed of open source technologies, an agile cloud platform across training all the way up to inference at an affordable price point. So at NESA, we listened to that, and over the last year and a half, we built exactly such a platform. We built this end-to-end AI cloud platform that any startup, any enterprise, even individuals can use across training, inferencing, training, fine-tuning, and inferencing. How many of you are running, quick show of hands, either a training experiment, a fine-tuning experiment, inferencing, either as an experimentation prototype phase or in production in your organization? Quick show of hands? A few, right? How many of you are individual consultants, freelancers, working for somebody who is trying to deploy AI into production? Again, more than a few. right? How many of those of you who put your hands up, if you think that doing this is easy or cheap, put your hand up again. Okay, one gentleman. I'm very happy for you, sir. Um, most people don't actually find it easy. Taking AI use cases into production can take a very, very long time. Simple use cases, and I can give you lots of examples, can take 3 months, 6 months to be able to deploy. But at NISA, we worked on a end-to-end AI cloud platform that can help you accelerate those use cases, from months or weeks into days, and in some cases, even in hours. So what we built was a end-to-end AI cloud platform called NISA Velocis. Velocis is, as I said, an end-to-end AI cloud platform that will allow you to take your AI use case into production across training, fine-tuning, and inferencing. It allows you to do this with a great deal of ease, a great deal of simplicity, and at massive, massive cost reductions compared to what you're probably paying with some of these incumbent providers. But I'll come to that in a second, right? So Velocis changes the way you deploy AI in production. It allows you to go through the entire AI/ML workflow, all the way from data ingestion to inference, train your models, fine-tune your models, infer at scale, all at a fraction of the cost, compared to what you're probably paying right now, especially if you're on one of the platforms that I mentioned earlier. Typically, these are things that are challenging to put in production. But just very quickly, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, what it looks like is your entire GPU infrastructure cloud at the bottom, GPUs to meet every need. These are typically all the NVIDIA GPUs that you would want to be able to do. How many of you are familiar with, I'm going to throw a few GPU names out for you. Raise your hand if any of these ring a bell. NVIDIA L4s, L40Ss, H100s, H200s, AMDs as well. They've got a new range of GPUs that are pretty cool. But the infrastructure is just one aspect of that. You need to be able to, as a cloud service provider, present an orchestration that presents all of this infrastructure to be able to use. But where we believe the magic happens is the layer that we built above that as well, which is an entire platform of all your libraries, your frameworks, your tools that you need to be able to do model building, model experimentation. How many of you have worked on a chatbot or deployed a chatbot within your organization for users to be able to deploy? Again, quite a few. That's literally the most common use case we see. And it falls in a category that we call knowledge discovery. A large number of organizations today, I worked for a very, very large organization a few years ago. There's a lot of information that exists. Nobody knows where it exists, right? Knowledge discovery helps with that, and building an AI chatbot helps with that. And of course, customers, contact centers, all of that. But what that is typically a use case for inference, right? To be able to infer at scale. But you need all of those libraries, frameworks, and tools to be able to do that. So Velocis stitches all of this together. The infrastructure, this wide array of GPUs that are available to you for you to use on demand, the orchestration layer, and the entire framework sitting above that, powering all those use cases that you see at the top. So whether you're trying to create a Gen AI use case, whether you're trying to create a decision intelligence use case, whether you're trying to be able to create a coding platform, some kind of no-code, low-code application, you're building or experimenting with different models, all of that is possible with this end-to-end framework. So what does that mean, right? One of the most powerful things is, and when we spoke to people and we understood what their problem statement was, was that I don't want a cloud platform to ring fence me to say only use this and only use it in this particular way, right? I want to have seamless extensibility to be able to use this platform any way I want. I want extensibility to be able to plug and play my tools, my libraries, my frameworks into your application and deploy it for my users. So Velocis has a very rich catalog which you can deploy. Want to deploy MLflow? Click and deploy. Want to deploy Jenkins for your CI/CD? No problem. It's in the catalog. Click and deploy. TensorFlow. Want to create integrations with PyTorch or Hugging Face or scikit-learn? All of these are natively built in. You want to have your own repository of models sitting in the catalog so that you don't have to fetch them every time you want to do a little bit of fine-tuning or training? Absolutely. And that helps you take models to market within minutes. One of the most common services that we're asked to be able to deploy right now is, how many of you have used inference as a service on any provider, anywhere in the world, right? Create an inference endpoint on, okay, I'll dial that question back. How many of you have used Llama? Wow, that's a big number. How many of you use OpenAI? Even bigger number still. You guys are hemorrhaging money, by the way, for your organizations. How many of you have deployed inference on DeepSeek? Smaller number. I would urge you to try it out. It's pretty good, right? But to be able to do inference as a service on any one of these models, click, drag, deploy. Typically, to set this up would take days. You can do this within minutes on the Velocis platform. So those are the kind of services and those are the kind of features that our clients asked for to be able to cater not just to their data scientists and their ML engineers, but to their business users as well. So Velocis has persona-based features that will cater to different users within your organization. And the alternatives are your typical incumbents, very, very large cloud service providers with those choices. Either you're faced with very, very high costs, and we've seen those costs for GPUs typically in the vicinity of about 3x to 4x, compared to what we would charge for it. Solutions that are very, very opaque. There's a lot of opacity. There's a lot of complexity in terms of how they offer that service for consumption. They're very niche. Today, if you're using, say, SageMaker or Bedrock, and tomorrow your organization wants to use Vertex or Azure AI Studio, how many of you believe that the guy who's currently working on SageMaker and Bedrock is going to be able to use Vertex or AI Studio seamlessly? If you believe that, raise your hand. Good. Thank you. Nobody, right? I can see people shaking their heads and smiling. This gentleman here, you probably have experience in this, right? It's never going to happen. But can I ask you, sir, if you had deployed an entire ML pipeline with open source tools, all the way from ingestion to inference, using things like Airflow, Kafka, Jenkins, MLflow, TensorFlow, all of those, then are you locked into a proprietary product? Precisely. Which option would you prefer, sir? Thank you. Correct. The open source one is always going to be the preferable approach, right? It takes away a lot of the complexity associated with that. So that is what we looked at and what was one of the guiding philosophies when we built Velocis today. Everything had to be open source and bring everything behind a single pane of glass so that your data scientists, your ML engineers, your business users don't need to now do ABC on one platform, but then have to go DEF on a different platform altogether. With seamless integration with the infrastructure. Spin up a GPU as a a virtual machine, spin it up as a Kubernetes cluster. If you're doing training at scale, spin it up as bare metal servers, all of that behind this single pane of glass, right? We looked at how to solve the problem that, organizations that were deploying AI or trying to deploy AI at scale, what was the challenge that they were facing? And while we were building it, we found that, hey, guess what? There's a 60% reduction in TCO that we can offer as compared to some of the other platforms. We have real-world metrics to show things like token latency improves by 60% or decreases by 60%. Token throughput can increase by about between 5 and 10%, depending on what kind of model you're inferring, what the size of your context window is, what your quantization is, all of that. And I'd be happy to talk to you about that in a little more detail. We're running out of time. But yes, just to wrap up, I'll take another couple of minutes. Velocys will allow you to build and train your models at scale quickly, easily, efficiently, and with complete visibility and governance in terms of what infrastructure you're consuming and how much you're paying for it, right? Integrate your entire CI/CD pipelines into it, set up things like inference endpoints within a matter of minutes. You can literally go and say, I wanted to create an inference endpoint for DeepSeek R1 or DeepSeek V3, or I want to create an inference endpoint for Llama 3.3 7B or 70B. Doesn't matter. You can do that within minutes, right? So yeah, that's it. I think I can take maybe one or two questions. I'd be more than happy to do that right now. We have a little bit of time. Yes, sir. I think your mic's not on. Yeah, sounds like it's good. Yep.
Okay. When you asked who find it easy to deploy, and the reason I raised my hand is we've been in this space for a bit.
Awesome.
We struggled, and we have today, found a way or found best practices to make it easy.
Correct.
So you are perfectly right in saying that this is not an easy thing to do.
It isn't.
My question, right, leads up is agentic AI implementation, right, is the thing that we need to do.
Correct.
Companies like Cloudflare, who are kind of competing with you in this space, have started allowing implementations of agentic AI through their platform.
Precisely.
I wanted to hear from you, what is your roadmap towards that? Is that something that you're looking at? If you would share.
Absolutely. So when you want to create agents or if you want to create agentic AI, we work with a company that's very, very specialized in terms of building out use cases for the clients. To clarify, NISA doesn't build out the use case. We would work with someone like you. So tomorrow, if you want to build out a use case for XYZ client, and that client wants to wants to deploy it agentically, if you have to develop that use case for that client, you'll need to do, depending on the agent, you'll need to do a little bit of model building, a little bit of model fine-tuning, and then to be able to infer it through an agent. Most of the time, sir, you'd probably need some level of GPU-based access and MLOps pipelining to be able to do that. So Velocys is that entire platform. The infrastructure, deploy your GPUs as bare metal for larger requirements or as virtual machines or as Kubernetes with the entire platform. So you said that it was difficult for you initially, but then you all struggled and sorted it out. What we've seen is if you had this entire MLOps pipeline back-ended by state-of-the-art GPU infrastructure with granular level visibility and control over your costs, would that have made your journey easier to be able to deploy it? Correct. So that's what we do. So we'll work with you to be able to deploy that use case for a client. We've done that for one of India's leading law firms. I love giving this example. This client, let's assume hypothetically, their clients are Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and Tata Motors, right? And tomorrow, let's assume they sign Mahindra. 99% of all the legal documents, the briefs, the planes, the suits that they're creating for Mahindra have already been created for the other 4 automotive clients. What they wanted to do was to create a ChatGPT window agentically within their organization for a paralegal to type, can you write X, Y, Z for me based on all of the previous documentation that you've been trained on. And the ChatGPT window will literally within seconds puke out, for want of a better word, that document. So it will save them thousands of paralegal man-hours at the end of the year, right? And they wanted to deploy it agentically. So we worked with the agentic provider to do the sizing, do the pipelining. The agentic provider wrote the front end for it. We helped them train the model on basically on an LLM and deploy it as an inference endpoint. Does that answer your question? Awesome. I think we're out of time. People are frantically waving at me. Please, if you have any other questions, if there's anything that we can help you with, we're just down in the showcase. Just find us at the NISA booth, and we'd be happy to talk to you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Your AI environment should bring your ideas to life, adapt to your needs, and evolve with your business. So why build with complex systems that are expensive, inflexible, and limit your possibilities? At NISA, we're redefining how AI is deployed by organizations to create real-world impact. You need scalability, flexibility, and transparency, all on a single purpose-built AI system.